Indomitable Sudha Murty, adapted from Apro JRD by Sudha Murty. It was a long time ago. I was in the final year of my master's course in computer science at the Indian Institute of Science, or IISC, in Bangalore, now Bengaluru, then known as the Tata Institute. Life was full of fun and joy. It was probably the April of 1974. Bangalore was getting warm, and red gulmohars were blooming at the IISC campus. I was the only girl in my postgraduate department and was staying at the ladies' hostel. Other girls were pursuing research in different departments of science. I was looking forward to going abroad to complete a doctorate in computer science. I had been offered scholarships from universities in the US. I had not thought of taking up a job in India. One day, while on the way to my hostel from our lecture hall complex, I saw an advertisement on the notice board. It was a standard job requirement notice from the famous automobile company Telco, now Tata Motors. It stated that the company required young, bright engineers, hard-working, and with an excellent academic background, etc. At the bottom was a line, "Lady candidates need not apply." I read it and was very upset. Though I was not keen on taking up a job, I saw this as a challenge. I decided to inform the topmost person in Telco's management about the injustice the company was practicing. I got a postcard and started to write, but there was a problem. I did not know who headed Telco. I thought it must be one of the Tatas. I knew JRD Tata was the head of the Tata Group. I had seen his pictures in newspapers. Actually, Sumant Mulgaonkar was the company's chairman then. I took the card, addressed it to JRD, and started writing. To this day, I remember clearly what I wrote. The great Tatas have always been pioneers. They are the people who started the basic infrastructure industries in India, such as iron and steel, chemicals, textiles, and locomotives. They have cared for higher education in India since 1900, and they were responsible for the establishment of the Indian Institute of Science. Fortunately, I study there, but I am surprised how a company such as Telco is discriminating on the basis of gender. I posted the letter and forgot about it. Less than 10 days later, I received a telegram stating that I had to appear for an interview at Telco's Pune facility at the company's expense. I was taken aback by the telegram. As directed, I went to Telco's Pimpri office for the interview. "This is the girl who wrote to JRD," I heard somebody whisper as soon as I entered the room. By then, I knew for sure that I would not get the job. That realization abolished all fears from my mind, so I was rather cool while the interview was being conducted. Even before the interview started, I reckoned the panel was biased, so I told them, rather impolitely, "I hope this is only a technical interview." They were taken aback by my rudeness, and even today, I am ashamed about my attitude. The panel asked me technical questions, and I answered all of them. Then, an elderly gentleman with an affectionate voice told me, "Do you know why we said lady candidates need not apply? The reason is that we have never employed any ladies on the shop floor. This is not a co-ed college. This is a factory. When it comes to academics, you are a first ranker throughout. We appreciate that. But people like you should work in research laboratories." I was a young girl from small-town Hubli. My world had been a limited place. I did not know the ways of large corporate houses and their difficulties, so I answered, "But you must start somewhere. Otherwise, no woman will ever be able to work in your factories." Finally, after a long interview, I was told I had been successful. I considered JRD a great man because, despite being an extremely busy person, he valued one postcard written by a young girl seeking justice. He must have received thousands of letters every day. He could have thrown mine away, but he didn't do that. He respected the intentions of that unknown girl who had neither influence nor money and gave her an opportunity in his company. He did not merely give her a job. He changed her life and mindset forever.